Hello, and welcome to this episode of Competing Conversations, where we take a look at the best bots in the business. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the best chatbots for SaaS businesses. And there is no better place to look for this than the companies who are building bots themselves. So, we are definitely in that camp, and we're going to kick off the show today. Taking a look at the Meya homepage, you can see that there is the chat widget available in the right-hand bottom corner, and I'm not actually going to select that to kick off a flow. What I want to do is select Start a Free Trial. So selecting that, you can see that the chat window opens, and I've kicked off a flow to start my trial onboarding. Now, this is a great way of making sure that the entirety of your website is funneling into that conversational interface. It's going to make the conversation feel a lot more organic and a lot more natural instead of having somebody fill out a generic form. Moving on. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Intercom. So one cool little thing that they do is this growl that's available immediately before selecting anything. Now, this is really helpful if you want people to engage with the chatbot and you want them to ultimately convert into a potential lead. Now, you can see there's a couple of questions here. I'm new, I'm a current customer, or I'm just browsing. Let's quickly select just browsing. And great, you can see that they've opted for this transparent chat window. And it works well. Again, they're really going for that natural, organic way of having a conversational interface directly on your web page. And if I go ahead and select the intercom widget itself, then you get the chat window that you're a lot more accustomed to seeing. All right. Okay, we're going to take a look at Drift. Now, I wanted to show an example of page context. So I navigated to their case studies page, and you can see that the growl from the bot in the bottom right-hand corner is asking if the customer stories are overwhelming and if I want to find a specific case study. So let's go ahead and select the bot, and I'm going to say that'd be great. Thank you. And then you have a number of different use cases you can select on to filter down your search to the best case study that applies to your business. This is a great, cool little feature that is utilizing page context. It is a common feature with a lot of chatbots these days, but it is definitely underutilized in many other companies' websites. Okay, next up we have Ada. They have a growl similar to both Drift and Intercom. I want to see what happens when I read customer stories. Okay, I get to select from a couple of buttons here. And it's asking my name. And it gave me a very brief snippet about their customer Zoom, and then I get linked to a different window where I can read more about their implementation with Zoom. Moving on. All right, so we're going to be taking a look at Live Person. Let's take a look at what it can do. You can see their window is a lot smaller than some of the other companies. It's a little bit more condensed. And so let's say I want to take a look at chat on SMS. It's a bit slow. I would expect it to be a little bit faster than that. Okay, I can scan the QR code with my phone and then click to get started. So I won't do that in this demo, but I'm going to assume that this conversation will now be taken over to an SMS-based experience, which is pretty cool. If you want to showcase how your technology can service multiple channels, by giving a demo on those channels is a really strong way of showcasing what your product is capable of. All right, and finally, we're going to be taking a look at Proto. So opening up their chat window here, you can see that I've had a couple of previous chat sessions with this bot before, and they're all saved here, which is a cool little feature. And you can see here the drop down that has all the available languages that I can continue this conversation in, which is a cool little feature as well. Perfect. So there you have it, the best chatbots for SaaS businesses today. You can see there is so much variety out in the market and everyone is doing something slightly different, not only from a UI, UX perspective, but even how they're thinking about building out conversation design, whether it's buttons, whether it's natural language, and how you can go about doing that for your own business. Take care and thanks again. Bye.